Welcome to the first WHTV broadcast of the year. I am Jacob Wyndham.
And I'm Aubrey Nolan. Our first story is about schedule changes.
Hello everybody, my name is Aubrey Nolan. This year the counselors have been very busy with schedule changes. Let's take a deeper look into these schedule changes.
According to Timberland counselor Tammy Braun, there were approximately 400 schedule changes this year. Timberland students have the option to change their schedules at the beginning of the school year and at the beginning of the second semester.
I personally decided to change my schedule in order to fit the classes that I think would prepare me for college the most based on the career that I'm going into. The schedule changes, I believe, have affected Timberland in a very positive way because it's a good thing to have the opportunity to be able to change your mind about what you want to do for an entire year. I do think it is slightly stressful for the administration to have to deal with that many students changing their mind, but I'm very glad that we have an organized way to do that here.
According to Yale University, many colleges look for students with a balanced schedule. The allowance of schedule changes can help students achieve this balanced schedule by allowing students to change their classes to accommodate what colleges are looking for.
Schedule changes affect teachers a lot because there's always new kids moving into classes, changing hours, kids that were on your roster that disappear from your roster, so it's kind of hard to adjust right at first, but overall it's not a bad thing.
I think overall, our goal is to make sure everybody's in the right level of a class. Everybody has a place to belong. And then we try to make sure that everybody's comfortable and is, trying to learn some skills and help them figure out what they want to do after high school. And so experiencing different types of classes. And so overall, that's our goal, to make sure everybody's learning and developing their career path. And so hopefully, we did our best job with that. We know everybody doesn't love their schedule, but hopefully we got everybody to where they're okay with the bulk of their schedule.
This year, the Timberland counselors put the schedule change form online to make it easier to get through the forms quickly.
The THS website has more information about schedule changes.
Do you wear a hoodie every day to school? Do you wear a sweatshirt and sweatpants? Well, let's go meet other people that are always cold here.
Policy 5130 from the Board of Education states during the cooling season, air-conditioned areas are not allowed to be lower than 72 degrees Fahrenheit during school hours.
Cold, they just cuddle up and want to stay warm inside their jackets and hoodies. It does, even though it's 95 degrees outside, you see kids walking around with hoodies and sweatpants and things like that. Parents don't understand how cold it gets in the classrooms here at the beginning of the school year.
Times can get the kids distracted even more so sometimes. They'll complain whether it's hot or cold, or they'll interrupt the lesson to ask if we can change the thermostat. I think it's tough on the kids because they can't always pack a blanket or something like that, or have a fan with them. So it's tough.
Recently, Central Office has sent in some outside companies to take a look at the building because they believe it needs to be balanced differently. It's never been balanced correctly. We've sat and talked with them and told them that we've had some rooms that are absolutely 80, 82 degrees at the beginning of the year, and some of them felt like they were 59 degrees.
That was some chilling news, guys. Now, always remember, bring a hoodie to school to stay warm. I'm Jacob Van Camp with Connor Jeffries behind the camera. Now, back to the studio.
Switching the subject, we now have a story about the new soccer coach.
Let's see what the new reporter Mitchell Whitecamp has to say.
This is Mitchell Whitecamp with WHTV, and today we're going to inform you about the new varsity boys soccer coach, Coach Sellers.
Coach Sellers has been around a long time. He's got over 300 career wins between boys and girls, Hall of Fame type numbers, and brings a winning attitude, and he brings a lot of experience. And he's well known throughout the area, so he brings a wealth of experience.
The Timberland varsity boys soccer program was coached by Kyle Austin in the years prior to this year. Now taking over is Coach Jason Sellers.
I really like Coach Sellers. He is extremely competitive, which overall just gives the team a better experience and allows them to get better.
Coach Sellers previously coached at Hazelwood West but stepped away to take a teaching job at Pattonville High School, where he coached girls soccer but not boys because Pattonville did not have an opening. So while teaching at Pattonville, Coach Sellers took the assistant role for the boys soccer program at Lafayette High School.
The biggest challenge this year is definitely going to be beating Holt. We need another sports team besides volleyball to beat Holt, and we've been the closest so far, so I think we can do it.
The Wolves' first contest against the Holt Indians came out on top with a 4-3 scoreline. The Wolves will play Holt at least one more time this year, and that game will be on Saturday, October 26th at 10 o'clock in the morning, and it will take place at Timberland High School.
Hello everybody, my name is Aubrey Nolan reporting on THS Horizons. Horizons is a program that challenges accelerated students and helps them to expand their horizons.
According to the Wentzville School District, Horizons is a program that is designed to provide challenge and enrichment to identified gifted students. It also states that identified gifted students require learning experiences that specifically address their unique and exceptional learning abilities.
So Horizons at the high school level, it's a good transition for students who have worked together sometimes since kindergarten or first grade, and then when they come up to the high school level, it helps them continue with those peer groups, and then sometimes it's academic support, but more often than not at the high school level, it's more of a social, emotional support. Sometimes it's working with organizational skills, peer relationships. It's a wide variety of things that we're working on at the high school level.
Horizons helps us, I think, everybody in high school with having a place to go and just sort of be yourself. It's a fun place to be, but also Miss Russick's helpful with work and all kinds of stuff and career planning, college planning, things like that. For me personally, I meet with Miss Russick often just to get, through homework and stuff and to make sure my grades are in check, and she does a good job of, just like looking at my stuff personally.
Horizons has benefited me as a student by giving me an outlet to go and talk with my friends and try to discuss problems I've been having, and Miss Russick is always there to help us with whatever we need.
Timberland Horizons services include one-on-one meetings, job shadowing opportunities, career speakers, and social events such as Cafe AI.
The Horizons Room is open Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 1st through 5th hour. That's all I have for today. Now back to the studio.
Jacob, what
Yo.
are you doing?
I was playing tennis.
Our next story is about girls' tennis.
Hello, my name is Caitlin Terry from WHTV. Did you know that the girls' varsity tennis team is currently undefeated?
With Miss Granicki and Mr. Bala as the coaches, the team has not lost a game yet this season.
I chose to be a tennis coach because the coach I had in high school was such a big impact on me. I was a new student, so the program he set up allowed me to make friends and made the sport a lot of fun. So I wanted to do the same thing in my programs.
Coach Granicki has been coaching tennis for 7 years and coaching here at Timberland for 5 years.
My favorite thing about the sport is just to see the skill level increase so quickly among players. One day they'll be hitting serves into the net, the next day they'll hit 9 out of 10 serves in the box. So the improvement goes so much quicker in tennis, and I like to see that.
The team recently played in a doubles tournament at Francis Howe Central High School and took first place.
It has allowed me to connect with the students on a different level than I do in the classroom, and just get to know them, what they like outside of school.
This year there are 12 girls on the varsity team, but overall there are 24 girls participating in the tennis program.
I joined the tennis team because I had a lot of fun last year playing it and I wanted to do it again.
This is Emily's second year participating in tennis here at Timberland High School.
This year we're actually pretty good compared to last year, I think. I think we're going to have a really good season. Making new friends is really rewarding.
The length of the tennis matches usually range from 2 hours to 3.5 hours.
What I like most about tennis is being with my teammates and winning.
The next match is at Timberland on Thursday, October 3rd at 3:30 against Troy Buchanan High School.
One way that tennis impacts Timberland High School is that people are able to make friends and have a good time outside of school.
You can stay updated on matches and tournaments by following THS Wolves Tennis on Twitter.
If you want more information on the tennis team, make sure to talk to Miss Granicki or Mr. Bala.
AP English is a class offered here at Timberland that goes over writing techniques, writing styles, different periods of times of writing, and many more. Let's go check that out.
According to Counselor Julia Biggs, around 50 to 60 kids are currently enrolled in AP classes at Timberland. We asked a few their thoughts on AP classes.
I was in AP English junior year. The reasoning why I took AP English was because my parents mostly influenced me to take it, but then also just the class itself seemed like it would be pretty helpful. The reason why AP English would help probably every single student at Timberland High School is because it prepares you for college and it also just tests your knowledge. Everything about AP English was just the teacher, which is Mr. Bosch. Hopefully he continues teaching it every single year. For using any AP English course at Timberland is to help me through college, and hopefully continue it through my later profession.
The two primary AP teachers at Timberland are Mr. Andrew Dudevsky and Jeremy Bosch. They go over rhetorical analysis, essays, and many more.
I've started AP English this year. I think that the school should care about it because it definitely helps for future in colleges when you know you're going to need to write a lot. I plan on using what I learned from this class to improve my writing and help me get into colleges. Definitely try your best in the class because while it can be challenging, it definitely helps a lot.
Don't give up. Yeah, just keep working, persevere, use the resources that are available to you at this school. We just have a lot. So, well, communication is key. I mean, if we can't communicate effectively, we don't get what we want, and things fall apart. So, I think it's probably one of the most important classes you could take here at Timberland. You're all welcome. Anyone can come in. We have a wonderful department that is very supportive and helpful. So at any level, if you're coming from a regular English class and you want to challenge yourself with your writing, then you're always welcome.
For more information, contact your closest counselor or English teacher. I'm Brooke Benny. Back to the studio.
Oh my, what is my cat doing all the way up there?
Freeze. I sure do love bacon on burgers. The next story goes over improv.
Hello, my name is Jacob Wyndham from WHTV, and today I'll be going over the art of making things up on the fly. Another class taught by Ms. Queen, the improv and sketch comedy class, deals with thinking on the spot and writing scripted scenes.
Just flying down the street, the lion roars, and my brother turns around, he stands tall, and he says,
Being graded on playing games is not something everyone can say. The students of the improv and sketch comedy class not only take part in activities and exercises, but communicate with each other to help progress their improvisation and scene writing skills.
I took improv because I've been involved with the improv team outside of school for a couple of years now. I've always really liked it, I really enjoyed it, and I just thought it'd be something fun to do my senior year. The best part of the class is watching all the different interpretations of how scenes can go and just everyone's own individual take.
Taught by theater teacher Melissa Queen Couch, the class focuses on attentive thinking, writing scripted scenes, and performing made-up or written scenes for the rest of the class.
Improv class is way better than like a normal core class just because one, Mrs. Queen is like probably one of the best teachers, and also because you are having fun and it's something you chose to do instead of just like math.
Along with performing in class, students have a night to show what they've been learning. They present the scenes and games they've been going over and meet with improv students of other high schools.
The reason that I took the class improv is because it requires very little thinking, and it's my first hour in the day, and it just kind of, it works, you know? Like in the morning, no big brain time.
we almost like caught a robbery, man. These guys are coming up.
Before taking the improv and sketch comedy class, make sure you have Theater 1 and 2 under your belt.
My name is Gabriella Ringa from WHTV, and today we'll be taking a deeper look into softball here at Timberland High School.
Being on the softball team is so much fun. Like, all the girls get so close and we all joke around all the time. We can hang out like outside of practice or see each other around school, and it's just a lot of fun because we just get close with people you wouldn't normally get close with. This year I think the team has a lot of depth, like going through our lineup, so we have like a lot of different hitters and a lot of different things that we can do with our hitters, and I think we have like really good chemistry throughout the team.
Timberland softball has really impacted my life a lot. I've been on varsity for 4 years, and it's really shown me how to be a good teammate and a good role model for the other girls.
One of the biggest changes in the Timberland softball program was when we lost our whole infield last year, but it was really nice bringing new girls up and learning how to work well with them and seeing them become part of our program.
I've seen the Timberland program really grow in believing in themselves. We're getting really close to being able to accomplish some goals that I don't think they saw as possible earlier.
Varsity softball is currently 9-4-1, and the next varsity home game is October 4th against Fort Zumwalt North.
If you have any questions on softball, you can contact Coach Thayer or Coach Sellert. That's all we have for you today. Now back to the studio.
Man, let me tell you, I sure do love eating those Chick-fil-A sandwiches, especially more than those Popeyes ones.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure the people around the school will have differing opinions about that.
Hello Timberland, I'm Nolan Cooper with this week's Man on the Street. This week I'm going around asking people if they prefer Popeyes or Chick-fil-A.
As a former Chick-fil-A employee, I can definitely give the service off to Chick-fil-A, but food definitely is going to be towards the Popeyes.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
I prefer Chick-fil-A. I prefer Chick-fil-A because I think their sandwiches are better.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
I think neither.
Chick-fil-A sandwiches for sure.
I prefer Popeyes. I just think the chicken's a lot better.
When I go to Chick-fil-A, my taste buds salivate so much at the thought of that spicy chicken deluxe. My answer is Chick-fil-A, 100%.
Popeyes.
If I'm being honest, I haven't had either.
Chick-fil-A.
In a survey with 143 responses, 53% of people said that they preferred Chick-fil-A, 14% that they preferred Popeyes, and 14% said they prefer both or neither. That's all for this week's Man on the Street. Now back to the studio.
Now to conclude the broadcast, we have for you a PSA made by this man concerning juuling.
DONTJUUL. If you do, you'll get expelled. People are dying. People have been hurt. Just don't smoke them. It shouldn't take much work. Joules and dappins, they can make your lungs go black. Don't NJO. Why? Because it's whack. DONTJUUL. If you do, you'll get expelled. Under 18 vaping is not good. Puffing on a pipe is a should not. Don't think we support it. Smoking in the lot, you can still get reported. If you're out and see one, please don't go and try it. The effects it could have are very, very, they're bad. Please don't try it. DONTJUUL. If you do, you'll get expelled. You know the New York Times says 1 in 4 has vaped, so here's Mr. Holt to get you back in shape.
I say don't, you say jewel. Don't,
Jewel.
don't,
Jewel.
If you chew, you are a fool. You'll get expelled.
Do your homework.
Do your chores.
And always remember to have a nice week.